Welcome to the 2018 Fujian Rural Credit Cooperative Fuzhou International Marathon. This is Fuzhou, the capital city of Fujian Province, China. Let's see today's weather condition first. The site temperature is 16 degrees Celsius, without sunshine all day and maybe a little rain at noon, and we'll have some wind from the surface of the Min River. The humidity is 86%, a very high humidity, but a very comfortable humidity in Fuzhou to feel the wet of the air. With the sound of the starting gun, about 40,000 runners start running the course. It can be said that the 40,000 runners this year will create a record of all the past Fuzhou marathons. The Fuzhou International Marathon was first held in 2015. It begins with the Chinese bronze label race, to the silver label in 2016, and the golden label in 2017. From 15,000 runners in 2015 to 40,000 runners, the numbers keep adding up. And today, 40,000 runners are starting their marathon journey from here. And the start point is the Haizhou Olympic Sports Center, located in the Pushang area of Fuzhou City. With a total area of 73.3 hectares, Haizhou Olympic Sports Center was the main venue for the first session of the National Youth Games. Fuzhou is one of the first 14 coastal cities open to the outside world. It was a portal of the maritime Silk Road, as well as one of the 3 China pilot-free trade zones. Fuzhou is also one of the 5 earliest trading ports opened up in modern China. There's part of the Haizhou Olympic Sports Center again, the track and field complex, a beautiful stadium with such a gorgeous roof. There's always such a festive spirit in these marathons every year. Great to see so many happy people challenging themselves. Now we see the first group of leading runners after running 7 minutes and a distance of 2.48 kilometers. Almost all of these leaders that we're seeing here are from Ethiopia and Kenya. They win almost all the championships in marathons held in China and all over the world. Let's look at some of these elite male runners, including Taras Ezekiel Kimurgur from Kenya, Bowen Moses Kipkoski from Kenya, Cheboy Collins Kipkorir from Kenya, Shumi Gadisa Burhanu from Ethiopia, Duki Negash Abibi from Ethiopia, Gudeta Tamrat Shifera from Ethiopia, Kaluz Juad from Morocco, Tola Baliti Adere from Ethiopia, Senabeta Geza Tadesa from Ethiopia, Hunde Ashalu Biru from Ethiopia, and Ahmed Shamil Worku from Ethiopia. Fuzhou has a long history that dates back to as early as the late Neolithic age, when the Fujian clan ancestors resided here. Now let's have a look at the course map for this race. The course starts from Haijia Olympic Sports Center. It goes through Minjiang Road. Here we have the finish point of 5 kilometers run, and then we get to the Jinshan Bridge. Across the bridge, we go through the West Jinabing Road. Here's the 10-kilometer point, and as we keep going to the East Jianbing Road, we see the blue line is the half-marathon runners, and they go across the Minjiang Bridge, while the full marathon runners keep following the yellow route, running through both sides of the Minjiang River. Now the half-marathon runners arrive at the finish point while the full marathon runners keep going and hit that 25-kilometer point, turning back and going across the Minjiang Bridge. They'll go ahead to the Fuzhou Flowers Park and at the 40-kilometer point, and then the finish point of the full marathon at 42.195 kilometers. The whole course is flat for runners to create a very good personal result. The best ever result of Fuzhou Marathon so far, 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 44 seconds. That was done by Debele Fikadu Kebibi from Ethiopia in 2016. Meanwhile, here are the 10 athletes who are in the leading group. We can't tell who the best runners are in this beginning stage. In the past several runs, all the male champions have hailed from Ethiopia. Now we see that most of the runners are slowly moving away from the Olympic Center. We are now 12 minutes and 43 seconds into the race, and they're just past the 4-kilometer mark, those 10 runners in the leading group. Every marathon has different course conditions, so we can't simply compare the results side by side. We have to consider the course conditions, the weather, and the date. Now, in the first Fuzhou International Marathon back in 2015, the best result for the men's full marathon was 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 38 seconds, which was done by Gurara Muleta Neda from Ethiopia. The best result for the women's full marathon was 2 hours, 39 minutes, and 2 seconds. That was achieved by Deme Meseret Ishetu from Ethiopia as well. Now, in the second Fuzhou International Marathon in 2016, Debele Fikado Kebebe from Ethiopia ran it in 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 44 seconds. He was the winner that year, while the women's winner was 2 hours, 48 minutes, 23 seconds. That was Deme Meseret Eshetu from Ethiopia again. She'd been the champion the year before, but she ran it 10 minutes slower than she had in 2016. In the third Fuzhou International Marathon in 2017, Abe Alemo Lesa from Ethiopia won it in 2 hours, 20 minutes, 35 seconds, while the women's full marathon winner was Jin Mingming from China at 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 57 seconds. Here are the female runners. The distance is 3.69 kilometers. The male leading group is at about 4.3 kilometers now. The female best result of this event is 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 57 seconds, done by a Chinese athlete in 2017. Now let's look at a list of the leading female runners in this race. We have 2 runners from Ethiopia, 4 from China, and 1 from Morocco. Pay attention to A24, the Chinese runner He Yin Li. Her best personal result is about 2 hours and 30 minutes. She's very likely to win the women's championship today if things go well for her. We should know that 2 hours and 40 minutes is already a very good result for female runners. We also have several other elite runners in this leading group. Now this area is very close to the Fuzhou Feifengshan Olympic Theme Park, which covers an area of 870,000 square meters. Feifengshan Olympic Theme Park is an important backyard garden of Taisha Olympic Sports Center. It is a green ecological zone, which is good for people of different ages. It's a nice place for sports fitness, leisure, and entertainment. It's a city-level mountain park with ecology, vitality, and charm. We can see that there are a huge number of participants this year. Many runners are just starting the race now. Some of them do 5 kilometers, some do a half marathon, but all come to share the joy of this big event. The major course goes along the Minjiang River, which is the largest single river in this province. Meanwhile, the runners are entering the water supply areas now. In full marathon running, it's not suggested that you drink the water quickly. You're better off drinking it sip by sip. In this stage, speed is not the important thing. The pace is what's most important. There's such a long distance ahead. It's not necessary to be the leading runner right now. You see the Jinshan Bridge in your picture, as the women's leading group is running on the bridge now. The distance is 6.81 kilometers. We can see that some Chinese runners are trying to keep their pace with the international athletes. There's a slope to get onto the bridge. You have to mind your speed here. A fast run on the slope is not good for your knees. The Fuzhou Jinshan Bridge is located in the west of Fuzhou City. With a total length of 1,332 meters, the bridge is an extra large one. The design standard for this bridge is Grade 1 Main City Road in China. It's a very important traffic project for the city. Here are some of the citizen runners. They look very good. They're very happy. They're enjoying this run a lot, and that's great. That's what this is about for most runners. Meanwhile, the leading group, they've run a distance of 8.56 kilometers. The time is about 27 minutes, and this is a very fast pace. If they keep up this speed, the final result may be better than 2 hours and 20 minutes, better than the event's best record. The major runners in this leading group are from Kenya and Ethiopia, and we know their big advantage is their living environment. They do great training every day. Their bodies are in phenomenal shape. When we see the runners in the leading group, there's no muscle man, because big muscles don't usually mean fast speed in distance running. Some runners are slim and they run very well. Now we see the riverside part beside the Minjiang River. This is a great place for local people to play sports and relax and play with their kids. There are many sports facilities here, basketball, volleyball courts. Road running events are getting increasingly popular in China. People love the spirit of the marathon. Some people take it as an opportunity to challenge themselves. We know the Fuzhou Marathon has exceeded 40,000 participants this year, which is a very big number. The design for the running course of the Fuzhou Marathon is taking consideration of the city characteristics, the cultural landscapes, and the course conditions. The starting point is the Haisha Olympic Sports Center. The finish point is at the Haisha Conference and Exhibition Center. The finish point for the mini-marathon is at Henjiang Branch Road. The whole course is 42.195 kilometers long around both sides of the Minjiang River, running through Minjiang Avenue, South Jiangbin Road, North Jiangbin Road, Taijiang Pedestrian Street, Huawei Park, etc. It completely showcases the beautiful landscape and ecology and the livable environment of Fuzhou City. Here is the 10-kilometer split so far for this leading group. We see Boan Moses Kipkoske from Ethiopia out in front, with Kaluz Jawad right behind him, along with Gudeta Tamrat Shefera, Shumi Gadisa Berhanu, and Cheboy Collins Kipkorir. Those are our lead group so far. This leading group is run for about 34 minutes now. The location here is the north side of the Minjiang River. We're very close to the Fujian Media Group. On the left side is the Fujian Media Group, which is integrated with the Fujian TV station, the Fujian People's Broadcasting Station, Fujian Film Studio, as well as other affiliated units. It totally operates 6 self-governing broadcasting frequencies, along with 10 TV channels and Fujian Film Studio, Broadcasting and TV Publishing House, Audio and Video Publishing House, Audio and Video Data Library, Transmission Center, an advertising company, and a network company. The course is also very close to the Fuzhou City Library. The library is a key construction project of public cultural facilities that was constructed by the Fuzhou municipal government. It has 1 basement floor underground and 11 floors above ground and connects to the North Jiangbing Park through a large city square. It's become a landmark of cultural service facilities in Fuzhou City. Huanglongtai Park is located on the bank of the Minjiang River, close to the Jiangbing Avenue of Fuzhou. It's the main scenic spot of the Fuzhou Jiangbing Park. The park got its name from a legend. The legend described an ancient prince of Fujian who catches a dragon in the Minjiang River. Now it's time for a short introduction of the host city, Fuzhou. Let's take a short break. Back to the main event, and this is the Yuxizhu Bridge. The bridge is very important to the city's business development. It connected 2 big business circles in the city, Baolong City Square and Kangshan Wanda Square. It has brought great convenience to the local citizens. The men's leading group is at 13.59 kilometers, while the women's leading group is at 11.7 kilometers. We can see that the leading female runners are relatively comfortable. They're not looking tired, they're running a good pace. This is good for the results. The men's leading group is about to enter the city center meanwhile. This is Shanzhenjiao Bridge, located on the bank of the Minjiang River. It starts from the Kanqian Road of the Kanshan District in the south and reaches to Kanxia of the Taijiang District in the north. It is an important traffic artery that connects Kanshan and Taijiang. Sanjiangjiao Bridge is a single-tower, multi-span inclined cable bridge. The whole bridge is like a huge harp. It's very magnificent. The men's leading group has just finished 15 kilometers. This is the split point for the half marathon and the full marathon. So the half marathon runners are going across the Minjiang Bridge to the south bank, and the full marathon runners will keep going in the north bank. At this stage, some runners are slowing down. Keeping your body in good condition is the key. The best choice is to follow your body condition and pace and listen to what it's telling you. Here is the Minjiang Bridge, which crosses over the Minjiang River and connects Taijiang District and Kangshan District. From 1970 to 1993, the Minjiang Bridge was the only bridge across the Minjiang River. It made a great contribution to the development of Fuzhou's economics. After 20 kilometers, the best men's time is 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 52 seconds. Let's look at the results at 20 kilometers for the men on the banner here. All the runners in this first leading group are really close, as you can see. Now, we're only seeing the top 5 runners' results right now on the banner, but always look out to see who might give us a surprise at the end of this event. Sometimes a runner comes from nowhere late in a long marathon. Now, as far as the runner's physical ability, their running pace and their speed, the full marathon and the half marathon are totally different. For the half marathon, runners have to keep running fast, while for the full marathon, they have to start at full speed in the beginning and then a medium speed for a long distance, and then try their best to run fast to the end point over that final distance of the race. Let's look at the 15-kilometer split for the women as Habtawald Etelamahu Zeleke from Ethiopia is in front. There are 2 Chinese runners listed in that leading group right now. You can see that the female runners look lighter than a deer, especially the runners from Ethiopia, who tend to be thin and small and have very strong endurance. This whole course is run across 5 districts of Fuzhou City. Well, the number of men in that first leading group is growing fewer and fewer, but they're still very close. If the runners are still in the leading group after they run across the turning back point, they will have a big chance to win something in this race. Now, their running pace is still very light. They're in a very good state. Here's the 25-kilometer split as Kalouz Jawad from Morocco is now in a slight lead over Bowen Moses Kipkoski from Kenya. The result for the 25-kilometer mark is very good. Now let's introduce a scenic spot in Fuzhou, 3 lanes and 7 alleys, which is outside of the course. 3 lanes and 7 alleys is a national 5A tourist attraction. As a famous ancient block, 3 lanes and 7 alleys is an important symbol that shows the long history and culture of Fuzhou City. 3 lanes and 7 alleys is an important heritage site under the national protection that belongs to the top 10 historical and cultural streets of China. It covers an area of over 38 hectares. It was originally built in the late Western Jin Dynasty from 265 to 316, and it retains the basic street patterns of the Tang and Song dynasties from the 600s to the 1200s, with 159 buildings in the styles of Ming and Qing dynasties, of which 9 are included in the National Protected Historical Sites and 8 Provincial Protected Historical Sites. 3 lanes and 7 alleys is regarded as the architecture museum of styles of the Ming and Qing dynasties, as well as the living fossil of the ancient city street system. Let's check in again with the leading groups of men and women. Now, in the men's leading group, there are still a number of runners who are keeping up that top pace, but for the women, there's only 1 runner left. This A22 runner's ability is extraordinary. Here's the 30-kilometer split for the men, as Bowen Moses Kipkoske is in a slight lead, with several others still right on his heels. The result for the men's 30 kilometers is pretty good. This year, it should be possible to break the event record of 2 hours and 20 minutes. Here's another brief introduction of the host city of Fuzhou. Now here's that A22 runner we were talking about earlier. She's from Ethiopia. Her name is Fente Zinebu Bihonen. She's at approximately the 31-kilometer mark, which is quite a distance from the men's leading group. We know the women's record of the Fuzhou Marathon is 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 57 seconds, which was accomplished by a Chinese athlete, and we hope she could break that record today. The location here is very close to Kulan, a famous tourism attraction in this city. We can see the two leading runners in the men's group now. They're running side by side just past the 39-kilometer mark. They're very close to the finish point now. It is so difficult to tell who the champion is going to be today. And of course, when they run side by side like this, these athletes are competing and they're pushing each other, which makes them more likely to perform better and achieve better personal times. Again, they're so close right now, we just can't say who's going to win. Oh, they are so close now. They're into the last 1 kilometer. They have to run through this turn and then they will reach the finish line. We're getting into the area of the Fuzhou Convention and Exhibition Center. That's the finishing area. There's only less than 1 kilometer left for the leading runners. The event record is 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 45 seconds, so it's unlikely they're going to break that record today. We can see the finish line now. It's very close. It seems that they're not going to break the event's record today, but both the two leading runners have better results than last year's champion. Let's congratulate runner A09, that's Sanabeta Geza Tadesa from Ethiopia. He's looked great today. And also congratulations to runner A03, that's Chaboy Collins Kipkorir from Korea. He's looked great today too, and they're battling down the stretch. Now Chaboy Collins Kipkorir from Kenya has moved in front of Mr. Tadesa, but you can see the strain on his face. He is looking very tired. Meanwhile, Tadesa is right behind him, hoping to pounce over this final straightaway. You see the finish line, they see the finish line. Such a great example of the human spirit, the final stretch of a marathon as Tadesa has surged back in front. Look at him closing out this race with that final burst of speed. He's left Kip Career behind. It is Cenobeta, Geza, Tadesa crossing the finish line and winning the 2018 Fuzhou Marathon. Tremendous performance from Cenobeta Geza Tadesa. Congratulations to him on a tremendous victory. As that number 1 is placed around his neck, that has to be such a wonderful feeling. But congratulations as well to Cheboy Collins Kip Career from Kenya. He also ran a wonderful race. Just didn't quite have enough down the stretch to hold off Mr. Tadesa, who was so good today. Here is Ahmed Shamil Worku from Ethiopia. He's headed down that final straightaway now as well. So Ahmed Shamil Worku from Ethiopia crosses the finish line into 3rd place. A tremendous performance by him as well. Coming in 3rd in a marathon like this is so difficult. Here's another overhead look at the Fuzhou Haisha Expo Center. Such a wonderful facility. So as the marathon continues, we see runner A22. Again, that's Fente Zenebu Bihonen from Ethiopia. She was born in 1998, so she's very young. We can certainly say she has great potential in this sport, with a very long career ahead of her. And if she wins that championship today, it'll be a big boost for her early career. She's impressed a lot of people in the running community today. Now we see the female runner who is in 2nd place on the women's side. Her number is A21, and that's Habtewold Etelamahu Zeleke from Ethiopia. Now she's run a great race too, but she's about 1.5 kilometers behind the 1st place runner. And obviously that is not a small distance. That just shows how good Fente Zenebu Bihonen has been today. So the female leader, Fente Zenable Bihonen, is running toward that finish line. She's looking likely to break the event's record for the women's side. Remember, that women's record is 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 57 seconds. She's at 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 55 seconds right now. As we look at her performance over the various kilometer marks of this race, what a great pace she's set, an amazing race she's run. Yes, Fente Zenable Bihonen can see that finish line now. Time to give it that final hit, that final sprint down the stretch. She's just been amazing to watch today, hasn't she? She doesn't even look tired. She looks like she could run another marathon right now. As she heads for that finish line, she is going to break the all-time women's record. Congratulations to Fente Zenable Bihonen from Ethiopia. She has just broke the Fuzhou Marathon women's record as she is the women's winner of the Fuzhou Marathon in 2018. And here comes the second place female runner today. Again, this is Habtawold Etalamahu Zeleke from Ethiopia. And even though she will finish far behind Miss Bihonen, she has finished far ahead of any of the other female runners today. An excellent race by Habtawold Etalamahu Zeleke. She is officially the second place finisher of the women's Fuzhou Marathon. And here we are at the awards ceremony for this 2018 Fuzhou International Marathon. Again, Chaboy Collins Kipkorir finished in second place on the men's side today. And there's Senabeta Geza Tadesa taking his place at the top podium as the winner of the 2018 Fuzhou International Marathon. Ahmed Shamil Worke finished in third. Congratulations to Mr. Worke as well. Miss Li Chun, the vice mayor of the municipal government of Fuzhou, is awarding the medals and cups to our winners today. Meanwhile, Miss Zheng Jimin, the general manager of X-Step Fuzhou Division, is awarding the prize money to our top 3 finishers today.
Let's have pictures. Your top three.
Congratulations once again to Senabeta Geza Tadesa, the winner of the 2018 Men's Fuzhou International Marathon. And now the Women's Awards ceremony. Yan Hongming from China finished in third today. Congratulations to her. Made her home country very proud. Habtawold Etelemahu Zeleke, the second place finisher on the women's side today. And the winner by a clear margin and the new record holder for this marathon, Fente Zenebu Bihonen. Miss Zheng Han, the Municipal Sports Bureau Director, will award the medals and cups to the top three finishers on the women's side today. And the prize money for the top three finishers is awarded by Mr. Zhang Zhangjiang, the owner of the Fujian Tangjiang Sport Company Limited. Once again, great congratulations to all of our winners and top three finishers today, to everyone who participated in this great event, to the city of Fuzhou, who are such a wonderful host once again for this marathon, and to you for watching. This has been the 2018 Fujian Rural Credit Cooperative Fuzhou International Marathon.